Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Drill green.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hawkins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Hey, and that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Drill 52. Classic 6.
They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
14. Chargers, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key word.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, if they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Get ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Check pitch. Yellow. White. Red. Cycle.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ebron caught left side. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Past the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 16.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. They find some open field here. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
This is a counter play. Eckler, and a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Uses the stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 110 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 11. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He's got room past the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. The Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Let's go now.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's got some space here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Set, ready. Triple, 38.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one too low.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Shoves him aside. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of a person catching the ball because all you're taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now Herbert off the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Running on first down, Eckler. 95 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Down at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The fullback dive held up short, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They begin with a run by Barkley. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind him can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready?
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker.
Ready. Shot, 17. Black ultra.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On second down, Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
It's Eckler again. And able to get this to the 31.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Channing Tindall came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and short, they decided not to run for it. And he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. It might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So, for the Chargers, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she bought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? Anything with the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro?